So today we're going to go on a bit of an adventure. I recently saw a couple of really interesting YouTube videos. One was by Grape Soda Travels, who had followed a video that was done by a channel called Postcard and a Pint. Love that name, by the way. And what they did is they got ChatGPT to plan a day trip for them. So here we are, downtown Vancouver. We've got a couple of cruise ships in. This is the Norwegian Jewel just behind me. And then on the other side, we've got the Disney Wonder. And we have got a list of all the different things that ChatGPT has found for us to do. Now, I will say that when I was researching this, it was a little bit tricky. I had to do it a couple of different times because it is all dependent on the wording that you use, the keywords, as to what you're going to end up with. So in some instances, it was taking me from Canada Place to Granville Island. And that's, I mean, it's walkable, but I mean, your feet can be sore by the end of it because it's quite far. So I put in a few restrictions. So what I did is I said, create a day trip for downtown Vancouver, BC, to sightsee tourist attractions that have no admission cost, including some interesting and unusual places to get a snack that cost less than $10 per item. Do not include any destinations that require public transportation. So I didn't want to end up having to take a bus or anything like that. Just keep it simple, keep it in the downtown core. And this is what it came up with. So I'm going to take you on an adventure today. We are going to go and check it out. And you tell me at the end, well, tell me if you've ever done something like this. Dee Dee, I think you said you went to Seattle and did a ChatGPT plan to search around there. But let me know if you've ever done this or if it's something that you would be interested in. And we'll see how we go at the end. Off we go. One of the things that I would recommend is that if you let ChatGPT plan out your day, I would suggest create a Google My Maps of the different locations, the destinations that it's going to send you to, because what I found is that there was an awful lot of back and forth, you know, heading towards Stanley Park and then overbound towards Gastown and then back to Stanley Park. So a lot of it was redundant and just a lot of extra steps that you didn't need to take. I mean, steps are always good, but I mean, it just seemed silly to kind of be coming, you know, back and forth the whole time. So definitely map it out and maybe change some of the routing. I mean, it's interesting how they've done it because they've factored in places to get a snack and stuff like that at appropriate time. But unless you want to do a lot of unnecessary walking, just map it out and reroute it. Okay, so case in point, we are here walking along the sort of seawalk area, and what we're meant to do is go down over that way to the Western Bay Shore. And this is Cole Harbor, so seeing where the ships are docked and all that kind of stuff, really neat, as well as you've got the seaplanes just behind us. But one of the things that we're supposed to finish up the day with is seeing the Olympic cauldron, and being that the Olympics are on right now, I thought that would be appropriate. But it's right here. It's literally right up there. So I'm like, I don't know, we might divert a little bit. So like I said, map it out, plan your route so you can save some steps. So many steps. So this is the last stop of the day, but we've turned it into number 2 because it was on the way. far. We made it to Coal Harbour, and it's quite nice here. There's always some beautiful boats to see, some super yachts. In fact, for many, many years, the late Paul Allen, who was partnered with Bill Gates and founded Microsoft, he used to have his yacht up here, so it was always interesting to see, but he did sell that in 2019 for, I don't know, it was listed for, I guess it was about $1.3 billion. Not sure what the actual sale price was, but it's out of my price league, that's for sure. But nonetheless, a beautiful view. So over on the side, we've got Stanley Park, and this is the other side of Coal Harbour. Cardero is always a great place for a meal with a view. Okay, so fun fact, I'm here at the Weston Bay Shore. I've just gone inside. For the last 20 years, it has always had the most amazing smell inside. They use aromatherapy. You know you're staying at a 5-star hotel when they take the time to make it smell nice with aromatherapy in the lobby. I brought a sweater downtown today because invariably downtown it's always windy and cool, but apparently on August 6th, I guess we are, that wasn't in the cards. So I was able to actually leave my sweatshirt with a fellow at the front desk, and they will donate it to charity. So, or, you know, if they have a guest who comes in and their luggage is lost or whatever, and they need something temporarily, it's something that they can use. So kind of a nice thing to do. If you have extra luggage or bags, items that you don't want to take back with you, just know that that is an option, and it's a nice way to pay it forward. Okay, so this is tip number 2 that we found out, is depending on which day of the week you are planning on going, holidays may play into whether or not the places you're meant to visit are going to even be open. You know, it's a major cruise ship day. We've got 3 ships in today, and it's a peak of tourist season. I would have thought pretty much everything would be open, but this particular Tim Hortons location is more in a business area, and with the businesses closed today for the holiday, guess we're not going to Tim Hortons. See if we can find something else to fill the gap. So here at Brecca Bakery, this is just off Robson, so it's a really nice location, great for sightseeing and people watching and a bit of shopping as well. I got an Italian pocket, which doesn't actually look like much from here, but let's see how it tastes. I've never had one of these before. Melted cheese, they heat it up and it's very, very hot, so do be careful. And this is Brecca. So you always know they have a pickle hidden underneath the food. So let's give it a taste. Tasty, lots of tomato in there. It's good. It's good. They do also have a croissant waffle type thing, which I've had before. That's better. But this is a nice little savory, meat, tomato-y, cheesy item to try. $7 and tasty. So we've come up to the top of the lookout, the Vancouver lookout, and they have a free audio tour. It takes about 15 minutes and takes you all around, and you get to see quite a lot. It's very interesting, very informative. It's a crazy view. We're about, I think they said 500 and some odd feet up in the air. We're high. You can see the cruise ship and the cruise ship terminal behind me, and we are miles above that. When you come up, there is an elevator that whizzes you up to the top, and it is a glass elevator. If you have a fear of heights, face the wall because it's unsettling. But once you get up to the top, as you can see, there's a rail. And it's got a proper floor. It's not like some of these crazy ones where it's a glass floor you're walking around. This one feels a lot more comfortable. That said, we're on a fault line. So on that note, time to go. I will also say there is no bar or anything up here, which I was kind of surprised at. But I suppose there's probably one down below. Anyways, definitely worth the $18 price of admission. So if you're ever coming downtown to see the steam tower, the steam clock, it, generally speaking, I mean, I don't think I've ever seen it go off on time. It's usually 5 minutes after the fact. So it goes off at quarter after, quarter to, half past, and then the big gong is at the top of the hour. But don't sit there with your camera on and filming it right on those times. Give it about 5 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes, and that's when it will actually go off. One of the things that a lot of tourists don't know is that there are lots of places to come and have a drink down here, or a coffee, or donuts. Behind me here is Lee's Donuts, and that's all fine and good. Donuts are nice. But the Black Frog Pub, this has been here for years, and it is incredibly reasonably priced. Strongbow cider can of is $9, and that's pretty much unheard of for downtown Vancouver. And you could get the pints of beer on special as well today for $7. So grab a spot. As you can see, they've got an outdoor patio, and you can enjoy the view and wait for the clock to sound off. Okay, so I'm here at Ignite Pizza, and I have just gotten a slice of pepperoni, and I'm trying to do this freehand, so we're gonna have a bite. Maybe not the most elegant way to eat a piece of pizza, but it works when you're filming and trying to do 5 things at once. Crispy, thin crust. They put it into they're pre-cooked, and then they put it into the oven to heat it up just before they serve it to you. They do have a seating area inside, but it's pretty small, and it's quite packed right now, all the people coming off the cruise ships. But this is absolutely delicious pizza. It's all those flavors that you crave when you want pizza. It's cheesy, not overly cheesy, but it's there. And the little pepperettes, whatever you call them, the little pepperonis, cups, delicious and crunchy. So for $4 a slice, $4.50 a slice, I believe, including taxes. You can't go wrong. And this is a little market that we saw from the Vancouver lookout just up there. And interestingly enough, there's a bunch of stuff going on. This is only until the 29th of September, Tuesday to Sunday. Ironically, it is Monday. So I'm not sure if there's more stuff on a Monday or on a Tuesday to Sunday, but I got tornado potatoes, which I love, nice and crispy. And let's see what else they've got. Oh, wow. So these are basically seasoned. They use a screwdriver for them usually. Quite interesting. And what are they about? $9 to $11. Not bad. Little sitting areas. Pretzels. These are $8.50 for a big pretzel. Sweet or savory. An Eggo place. Not sure what that's all about. Over here we've got a donut, ice cream. This looks like a beer garden place. I don't know. This is pretty cool. I like this. I do see somebody drinking alcohol. Let's go and check this out. Alcohol indeed. Very civilized. Beer, cider, wine. So those are $8 to $14 for the wine. Water for $3. Pretzels. And you can see the cruise ship, so you'll be able to see that leave. Very nice. So we've reached the end of our ChatGPT day. We didn't quite hit all of the spots because, well, some of them were closed because it's a holiday Monday. And also some of them we found alternatives that were working better for us. So we're back here at Canada Place at this funky little market. If you're coming in for a cruise before the end of September, every day other than Mondays, except for holiday Mondays, this little market is open. And it's got a little beer garden. They've got the Olympics showing currently. And it's really pleasant. It's a nice, hot, sunny day. But overall, I would rank ChatGPT as probably a 4 out of 5. I don't think there was really... The only thing that was different that I haven't ever seen before is the Vancouver Lookout. And I mean, I've lived here for 40 years. Never been to the top of the Lookout. So that was really informative. But again, if you're claustrophobic, if you have a fear of heights, when you get in, it's a glass elevator. So don't face the window. Turn around and face the wall, because it's a little, makes you uneasy. So just face the wall. But once you get to the top, it's actually very comfortable. So definitely check that out. But overall, would I trust ChatGPT? I don't know. I mean, overall, I didn't feel like I was in any sort of dodgy areas. But some of the other search routes that I did, search options that it came up with for me, it was taking me into the sort of East Hastings area, and that's what we call the downtown east side, and that's really not an area that you want to be going into, especially as you get towards the evening time. So yeah, overall it was interesting. I'm not sure if I would do it again, but it's worth a search, because even if it's for your own hometown, you might find a little hidden gem that you weren't aware of. So definitely check it out. I mean, it's free to use right now, and you never know what you're going to come up with. So thanks for watching today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider giving the video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.